Let's get right into the first defensive drill every youth player must master. It comes down to your defensive stance and your communication. Championship players talk. They don't be quiet, they don't shut up. You need to understand also how to have active feet and hands. It all starts with first, just stand stationary in a stance. Learn how to get athletic, playing low. Feet are shoulders width apart, legs are bent at the knees, butt is back, hips drop, back is flat, head is up. Hands are up too and out above the basketball. You must understand how to do this. A lot of times, nothing's wrong with it. People will teach, disrupt the dribble with one hand low and get ready to contest a shot. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're attacking your low side because this is your heavy side. You gotta understand body composition, weight composition. You can't move on the right side. If you do this to the left, you can't move. We're attacking that side. You can't move at all. You want both hands up because you want to be equal weighted, right? Both hands up above the basketball. Now, when they dribble it, you don't care about getting steals. You stay in front of them long enough, they might drill the ball in their foot. They shoot it, they pass it, you're ready to contest it. That's the key right here. And then having active hands and feet, moving them. Small choppy steps, foot fire feet, we call it. Keeping active feet, active hands. This is what you have to master right here. And you never know how long you got to stay down. Notice I'm doing this whole segment down here because you don't want your legs burning. That's the key to it all. Starts with your stance. Active hands and feet and using your mouth to communicate. Now I'm going to show you 3 ways to guard any offensive player with ease. Now there's many ways to close out, but at AttackBball Academy, I've identified 3 clear ways to close out so you can guard any offensive player with ease. And also it's easy to remember because what I've identified, even with personal experience as a player, there's 3 types of players I should say that you're gonna play against. You're gonna play against a player that can really shoot the basketball. Their first go-to move is shooting. You're gonna play against a player, their first go-to move is to attack you with a live ball move. They're really good with their footwork and dribble handles. Then you're gonna play a player that kind of does both. But if you take away one, they'll use the other, right? But they're not really inclined to say shoot first. Really inclined to put the ball on the ground to create rhythm to shoot like a pull-up jump shot. Now let's go over those 3 closeout reads. First is called belly up. When you close out, the first thing to close out is where I'm located. The first half of your run is a sprint. The second half is foot fire feet, small steps we call it, right? So you don't overrun the player you're guarding. Sprint, foot fire feet come out. Now understanding the first line of order is the belly up. I want to get as close as I can and take away this player's go-to, which is shooting. I want them to counter, which might be put the ball on the ground or pass the basketball. So when I close out, I want to get as close to them as possible, right? Shoot, 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 shot, shot, shot. I want to say something. Hey, ball, 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 right? And when I also put my hands up, I don't put what I call field goal hands up. I put my hands up on their shot side. I want to disrupt their timing and rhythm with hands up because I want them to do a counter, their next best play, which may be a pass or dribble that I'm ready to play because I know they're not really inclined to do that. They want to think shot and they want to shoot the basketball. Against a driver, an attacker, their go-to is put the ball on the ground, create plays with their feet and hands. You want to contain them. So when you sprint out, you stop and your hands go out above the basketball. Now you disrupt their dribble because you're not trying to steal, because if you reach, they'll teach you a lesson. You just want to maintain them like a fly contained in a jar. You just want to maintain them. They're going to move. You just want to make sure you move with them. And then when they shoot it, you want to contest it. But their go-to is to put the ball on the ground, make a play. You want to close out halfway. Then last, you're going to play against what I call a hybrid player. So the footwork is called a boxer. It's in between a belly up and then a contain. So you just more so playing like this disruptive game, and you got this player here thinking about the shot, thinking about putting the ball on the ground, thinking about the shot. So you want to look at them as like slashers. You know, think about some slashers that might play in your league or play in the NBA that you might know. 3 closeout reads. And also I put a number to it. So in the game, when I'm coaching, 1 is belly up, 2 is contain, 3 is boxer. Boxer is when you're up, bellying up, and you're backing up, right? So now our players understand how to close out. And now we have more chances of being disruptive on defense, taking away passing angles, making them shoot bad shots, and having more opportunities. Because now The will to play defense is higher because now you're playing what? More offense. Now let me show you why knowing the number 4 will stop any transition offense. See, at Attack Basketball Academy, we have figured out a feedback system that's just better than just telling somebody, get back. See, we give feedback with a specific number. In this case, the number 4. Why? Because here's the key. We want our defensive player sprinting back from block to block within 4 seconds to get back. Once we, again, identify whoever has the ball and the closest defender now, we went from offense, we don't get the rebound, to they got it. The closest defender picks up the basketball. They know the rule. Pick the basketball up to slow the ball down and push it to one side. That allows the other 4 teammates to do what? Get back from block to block, meaning our offensive side to cover the other side, back within 4 seconds. You can sprint back. Rebound happen. You can sprint back from block to block within 4 seconds. And what we want to do is the first half of the sprint, I want to start off running. Then I want to turn to get back to backpedal. And there's no telling when that may happen. I don't want to run with my back to the ball all the way to half court. It depends, right? But doing a 4-second drill is the key. Running, starting to block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, I'm back. Now, if I can go from one block to the other block within 4 seconds, now we understand how to make those adjustments as we need to, right? So now think about it as we put this together. I can do this 4-second drill anywhere. That 4-second drill I did from block to block. Imagine me doing that from, say, the wing. If I happen to be playing a wing player, right? I'm playing from the wing. Now that's less than 4 seconds, so I got to get back. I can do that to play, say, the rim runner, the player that's running down the middle of the court. I definitely want to make sure I get back so there's no easy, fast break opportunities. And then last, doing that same concept, I want to create what we call a house. I want to create a roof. So all things being perfect, say, we sprint down the court, I turn around, right? Somebody has the basketball covered. I may be at, say, the point of the roof, right? I may have 2 other teammates set up on the wings. So think about it. Nobody can get behind us. Somebody's on the ball. Then we're probably allowing our big player, our tall player, to come back to fill the remainder of the house. We then learn how to disperse out accordingly so we can make sure now, not only did we slow down the basketball, not only did we push the ball to one side, not only did we get back within 4 seconds, now we're going to force them to run a half-court offense. Now I'm going to show you 3 drills you must master to become a stifling man-to-man defender. All right, the first drill deals with the stance, wall sits. You want to learn to feel confident and comfortable standing in a stance for a long time. Why? Because you never know how long you have to be on the basketball or when someone passes it in a stance. So instead of just sitting down, right, I can do this, use the wall. So get into what we call a quarter squat. Your backside butt is on the wall, out as it should be because your hips are tucked, right? You're in an athletic stance. Put your arms up and sit. Your legs are going to burn. Your hamstrings behind your leg, your quadriceps in front of your legs, your glutes, your butt is going to burn, but it's going to be worth the burn because you're going to learn how to stay in a position for a long time. You might shake even, right? Used to doing this for a while. I want you doing this 3 sets of 30 seconds, right? Sitting here, when you feel yourself losing your balance, that's fine. 30 seconds, do it, stand up, relax, shake it out a little bit. As you see me doing, right? Give myself about 10 to 15 seconds in between and get my mindset about locked in. I'm sitting down again, right? Bang, sitting down. Wall sits. Flutter your arms, make it difficult. You can modify the skill. You can stay still if you want to. Right arms can go up, out. You know, I like to have mine out and flutter, right? Really kind of throw off my weight and balance. Okay, but wall sits is a great drill for you to do. Working on you staying in a stance for a long time, making sure that you tuck your hips, pushing your butt back, right? And using that wall as a guide to become a stifling man-to-man defender. All right, drill 2 is learning Defensive push steps, also known as lateral push steps. Now that you understand how to stay in a stance, being comfortable and confident, now we got to talk about pushing off, right? So giving you something to think about. Defender's going to their right. You push off your right foot laterally. That way the time and rhythm and balance is kind of synced. And again, when you do it correctly, you make them what? You make them belly out because you're not giving up straight line drives. When they have the ball in their left, going left, use your left foot. Left foot leads you. It's a push, then a step, just like we walk as humans. I push off my left foot, I reach out with my right foot. I push off my left foot, I reach out with my right foot. The same thing with lateral push steps, okay? Get that timing down. So once I'm in that stance, what I want to do is also work on having active hands. I love to teach having the hands above the basketball. One, because you're not overly aggressive trying to take away the dribble. Again, you're not going to stop it. Two, you always have your hands up ready to contest if you need to, okay? Hands above the ball make people over dribble. Another little secret trick there. So working on the push step, having active hands being low. Left foot leads me to my right. Right foot leads me to my left. Notice my feet never came together, and that's the key. So what I want you doing in the beginning is a little 2x2 drill. Left foot takes right, 1, 2. Right foot goes left, 1, 2. Right, 1, 2, and then start moving, right? Then I want you working on a drop step. Now, watch this, if you can see this. If not, my apologies. When I drop step on purpose, I'm drop stepping at an angle where my left foot is above the block. This will guarantee a defender to do what? Belly out. So when I'm drop stepping here, I'm not going below the block. I'm not even gonna look down to see if I'm accurate or not. I know and I feel that I'm going below the block. I feel that. So when I go with the drop step, push step, I wanna go above the block, and I don't care where I'm on the court, because this forces players to belly out automatically. Now you're playing offense on defense. So now let's add the drop step, 2x2 steps with active hands, right? One more. 1, 2, hands above the ball, 1, 2. Which leads me to the last drill, which is now a perimeter closeout. And the closeout on defense is the toughest thing to master, because even with scouting reports, you really don't know who you're guarding. You watch it on film, but it's one thing going against it. And let alone now at the younger levels of high school, middle school, and say the local YMCA's, respect to that. A lot of times you don't know the type of player you're playing against until you get on the court and you watch them shoot and do layups in the warm-up drills. So mastering the closeouts are important. So now let's put it all together. A closeout, objectively speaking, at Attack Basketball Academy, we call it attack step, because you're going forward. So imagine me closing out to the perimeter, top of the key. And the way you want to do this is simple. The first half of my closeout is a sprint, so I want to get out there as soon as possible. The last half, I do small choppy steps, and I throw my hands up to get ready for the shot, or understand the scouting report. If it's a shooter, my hands are up. If it's a driver, my hands go out. And now I'm where I need to be. I'm not overrunning the closeout. So again, sprint, first half, last half, small choppy steps with your feet as close to the ground so you can stop and be ready to move at a moment's notice to your right or left to do what? Make them belly out. So you sprint, stop, throw your weight back. Right, hands up, right? So that's all I want you doing first. Come out, shot, shot, shot. Good communication. Sprint, first half, last half, chop. Shot, 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 shot. Right, let's say I'm playing against somebody who drives, right? Right, contain, contain, contain. Hands go out, they drive. I want them looking to shoot the basketball. Now let me add the closeout, right, with the push step. Boom. Look at where I'm at, above the block. Last one. Shot, shot, shot. Boom. I'm above the block on purpose. You work on those 3 drills, wall sits, lateral push steps with the drop step, communication with the attack step closeout. You're going to become a stifling defender. You're going to earn the right now from your coaches to take more shots from offense, because why? You don't give up nothing on defense. Now I'm going to show you the combo drill guaranteed to shut down any zone. I'm going back to my original position, ball side to weak side, to help back the ball side to deny. So I'm active. I'm on the ball, tight, ball got swung weak side, I protect. Ball came back, I'm on the block, digging in. Ball got passed to the corner, I got to turn. Depends on our coverage. I'm taking away the baseline, I'm denying, so I force the middle. I got a teammate right here. That defender see that. We want to force it to baseline. I'm high, right high here. I have a teammate because the ball's there, sitting right here. That offensive player sees that. I trust my help. So now I combine it all, right? Ball side, weak side, weak side, weak side, ball side, force it, force it, force it. Right, staying active. Right, I'm on the ball side, ball gets swung to the weak side, I go to the middle of the court. Ball get back, swung to the ball side, I gotta get tight on my man, right? Ball side, weak side, weak side, weak side, ball move, ball move, boom. Right, now I do the same thing here. I'm on the wing now. Ball side, on it, ball side, weak side, go middle, weak side, we go swing, back up, close out. Let's keep the momentum going with that bonus I mentioned earlier. We've covered a lot in this video, and I really want to make sure I'm helping you out. So I'd like to offer you a guide that covers all the must-know basketball principles and in what switch to apply them. This is a powerful guide of best practice tips and skills empowering you to take charge of your game. Just click the link in the description below. You can download the guide I put together as my gift to you. Enjoy it and keep attacking.